If your entire credit strategy is sending dispute letters and trying to get negative accounts deleted, I need you to hear this. You cannot repair your way into a powerful credit profile. And this is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make. They spend months getting negative items corrected or removed, their score starts moving, but then they apply for the credit card, car, mortgage, or funding they wanted, and they're still getting denied. So, what's missing? Rebuilding. And today I'm going to show you the difference between repairing your credit and actually rebuilding a credit profile lenders want to see. By the end of this video, you're going to understand what credit repair actually does, what rebuilding does, why you need both, and the simple audit I want you to do today to figure out which side of your credit journey needs the most attention. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to give you a really simple 2-column exercise you can use on your own credit profile. When most people say, I'm working on my credit, usually what they mean is, I'm trying to get negative stuff off my credit report. Collections, charge-offs, late payments, incorrect information, old addresses, things they believe are being reported inaccurately. And yes, reviewing your credit reports for information that may be inaccurate, incomplete, or outdated can absolutely be part of improving your credit. But there's one major problem. Repairing is mostly focused on your past. You're asking, what happened? What's being reported? Is it accurate? Does this information belong to me? Are there mistakes that legitimately need to be corrected? That's important. But removing something negative does not automatically create something positive. Pattern interrupt. Think about your closet. If your closet is full of clothes you don't want anymore and you clean the entire thing out, congratulations. You now have a clean closet, but you still don't have anything to wear. That's exactly how some people approach credit repair. They spend all their time removing, but they're not building anything in its place. Rebuilding is completely different. Rebuilding is about what you're showing lenders right now. You're creating new positive patterns. You're showing, I can manage revolving credit. I can pay accounts consistently. I understand how to manage balances. I can maintain accounts over time. I've demonstrated responsible borrowing behavior. So repairing asks, what needs to be corrected from my past? Rebuilding asks, what am I creating for my future? And that's why I tell people, you need both. And this is actually a good place to talk about one of the tools I personally use and recommend when you're trying to understand what's happening across your credit journey. It's called SmartCredit. SmartCredit gives you tools for monitoring changes in your credit, tracking your scores over time, understanding factors that may be helping or hurting your profile, and using educational tools such as Score Builder and Score Boost. Score Builder is designed as a personalized 120-day educational plan, while Score Boost helps you model how certain spending and payment decisions could potentially affect your score. SmartCredit also provides action buttons for communicating certain requests directly to creditors. Results aren't guaranteed, and these tools are educational rather than credit repair services. So, if you're working through this credit journey and you want a tool that helps you actually monitor what is changing instead of guessing, you can check out SmartCredit using my link, www.smartcredit.com/creditcarla. Full disclosure, that is my affiliate link, which means I may earn a commission if you decide to sign up through it. And anything I earn through that link goes right back into supporting this channel so I can continue creating free credit education like this for you. I'll put the link below. Now let's get back into rebuilding. Here's where people get confused. They'll tell me, Carla, my score went up. I got collections removed. My report looks way better, but I'm still not getting the approvals I thought I would. And one potential reason is that cleaning up your credit report and building a strong borrowing profile are not necessarily the same thing. Your score is part of your financial picture, but lenders can also look at the information behind that score. For example, how many active accounts do you have? How long have you successfully managed credit? What types of accounts are on your profile? What are your balances? What's your payment history? How recently have you opened new credit? And then, depending on what you're applying for, they may consider other factors such as income, debt to income ratio, and their own underwriting criteria. So stop thinking, I just need a higher number. Start thinking, I need a stronger profile. Example, Let's look at two hypothetical people. Person A has a decent credit score, but when you open the report, they have one credit card, a $500 limit, 18 months of history, almost nothing else. Now, person B has a similar score, but person B has several established accounts, years of positive history, revolving credit they've managed responsibly, and successful installment history. Same general score range, very different credit profiles. That's why I don't want you chasing a number without understanding what's creating the number. Here's another mistake. People think, I'll rebuild after I'm finished repairing everything. Not necessarily. Depending on your situation, these processes can overlap. Let's say you're legitimately addressing inaccurate information on one side. At the same time, you can still be asking, are my current accounts being paid on time? Am I managing my existing revolving balances appropriately? Do I have active positive credit? Am I protecting the accounts that are helping me? Am I creating new negative information while trying to remove old negative information? Because that last one happens all the time. Someone is trying to remove a 4-year-old collection while simultaneously letting an open credit card become 30 days late. You're trying to clean yesterday while damaging today. Don't do that. Here's what I want you to do today. Pull your credit reports, then take out a piece of paper or open a spreadsheet. Create two columns. Column 1, repair. Under this column, write down potential inaccuracies, incorrect personal information, accounts you don't recognize, collections, charge offs, late payments, duplicate looking information, anything that genuinely deserves further review. Column 2, rebuild. Now write your active credit cards, your open loans, your current positive accounts, how old they are, whether you're paying them on time, how you're managing balances. Then ask yourself, what does my current credit profile actually prove about me as a borrower? That's a much better question than what's my score today? Important reminder. And I want to make something very clear throughout this series. We're not going to dispute accurate information simply because it's negative. We're not going to claim accounts aren't ours when they are. And we're not looking for magic letters. We're learning how credit reporting works, how to recognize legitimate issues, and how to build better financial habits moving forward. That's credit education. In the next video in this series, I'm going to walk you through the 6 phases of organizing your credit improvement journey so you know what to do first, second, third, and what information you need before you start sending anything. Click the video on your screen and watch that next. And if you're serious about building a stronger credit profile, subscribe because we're going through this entire process step by step. And remember, if you want to check out Smart Credit, my affiliate link is in the description. www.smartcredit.com/creditcarla. I'll see you in the next lesson.